Hi everyone, so it's a Monday as I record this, the start of a new week, and over the last couple of weeks I've been making some small changes in my life that are really making a big difference. Just some small things which are helping me work much more efficiently, be much more productive, and I'm going to go through all of those things over the course of this video. The first thing is just waking up and actually getting out of bed at 6 a.m. Now, I've never been a morning person, even for the 10 years that I worked with Royal Mail as a postman. I've never ever been a morning person. I could never adjust. So getting out of bed in the morning is something I've always found very difficult. So I've tried in the past of getting out of bed early, and it sounds stupid, but I just haven't been able to do it. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I have managed to do so. One thing that I've been doing to help sort of force myself out of bed is, so I set my alarm on my phone for 6 a.m. and then this is my bedroom behind me. My bed's just there. Now what I do is I put my phone in the living room on this wall behind my bed, and I rest it on here. I put my phone on here with the alarm set for 6 a.m. So what that does is I have to get out of bed to switch the alarm off, and also when the phone vibrates, when the alarm goes off, it makes such a noise vibrating on here that it really does force me to jump out of bed, because it makes such a noise vibrating on there. Now, some of you may laugh at that. That might sound ridiculous that I have to do that to force myself to get out of bed. But you know, in the past, I can just like sleep through alarms and not even realize it's that bad. So this is really working for me, and I'm hoping it's just something that's going to get me into the habit of waking up early. And then once I'm in that habit, it'll just be second nature. And another thing that's helped with that as well is that I'm going to bed a lot early as well. One thing I've always done in the past is sit up late on my laptop, editing photos, editing videos. Lately, what I've been doing is basically setting, like, I guess curfew is not the right word, but setting a cut-off point, say 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I'll stop working, switch my laptop off, and then I'll just relax, wind down, and then go to bed early, because sitting for hours looking at a screen before you go to bed does not help at all. So that's really made a difference. And then just getting up at 6 a.m. Obviously I've got the full day to be productive. So that's the first thing. I'm gonna go in my room now, sit at my desk, and then I'll go through some of the other things and start work on all the things I've got to do today. Okay, so I'm at my desk now. Hopefully you can see me all right. But the next thing that I do is, well, actually on a Sunday, I write down everything that I need to get done, personal stuff, photography stuff, everything, and get it all down in a list. And then what I do is put them into categories, because a lot of things relate to each other. So for example, just on my website, writing blog posts, updating the galleries on my page, those two things are both related to my website, so they'll go into the category of my website. Trying to make money, so uploading photos to stock sites, when I was working on my calendar, getting my calendar done. Those two things are both ways I can potentially earn money through my photography. So I put those two things into the same category as well, and just things like that. So I've got about 5 categories, and then what that does is it stops me from being overwhelmed, essentially, because rather than looking at a long list, or you know, even just thinking in your head of all the things you've got to get done, it can be overwhelming. So by just grouping them all into 4, 5, 6 categories, then I think, okay, well, I've only got to work on that one category, and I don't necessarily have to get everything done in that category. As long as I'm making progress on each category each week, then I know that I'm progressing and gaining momentum, getting things done, and I am finding that I am getting more done because of it. So once I've done that on the Sunday, got everything down, put it into categories, what I'll then do is sort of schedule my days. I just basically schedule 90-minute sections on each category. So for example, the first thing I'm going to work on today is my content. So what I'm going to do is I need to edit one of my videos to upload to YouTube tomorrow. So I'm going to schedule that start kind of now, once I finish filming this. That's going to be for an hour and a half. And then I'll schedule another category, one thing that I want to do in that category for an hour and a half. So what I'm going to do is in my making money category, I'm going to upload some photos to stock. That's going to be another hour and a half. And then I'll go through my day like that, and I'll put in breaks and things. And it might sound anal, but you know, I can move things around if things come up. It doesn't have to be so sort of strict and rigid. You can be flexible, but I really find that actually scheduling things actually helps me actually get the things done. For example, uploading to stock, because I've been doing photography for a few years now. I've got thousands of photos I can upload. So the thought of doing that is overwhelming. Now, if I just schedule an hour and a half to do it, it's not so overwhelming, and I'm more motivated to actually do it, because I don't think, oh God, I've got thousands of photos to upload, where do I start? Instead, I'm just thinking, I can work on that for an hour and a half. And if I only get 5 photos uploaded, because it takes so long entering all the tags and everything, you know, it's still 5 photos that I previously wouldn't have uploaded. So it takes off a lot of pressure, and I find that 90 minutes is a good amount of time on each thing, because it's long enough to actually get things done, but not too long that you end up neglecting other things, or you end up getting frustrated and bored with it. So it's a nice balance, I find, and just doing this whole thing really helps me sort of get things done that in the past I wasn't doing before. So I'm just going to finish off scheduling my day, and I can put things in for the rest of the week as well if I want, and then I'm just going to crack on with editing this video. Okay, so that's the day pretty much planned. Again, like I say, I can move things around if things come up or whatever. Now I'm going to work on editing my next YouTube video. Right, so I'm going to stop blabbing now and get on with that. Okay, so I made really good progress on my video there. Won't take too much more to get that finished, but right now I'm gonna upload some photos to my stock portfolios. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm going through my entire Lightroom catalog and just picking out any that I think will be suitable for stock, and then I'm uploading them to Adobe Stock and Shutterstock are the two that I use. Alright, that's that done. It's actually not so bad once you get going. And I got more photos uploaded than I initially said I would, so that's good. But I spent far too long on my laptop now, so my shoulders are aching. So I'm gonna have a bit of a break, have some lunch, and then I've got to get a bit of shopping and things, and go to Halfords, get a new bike helmet, a new bike lock, because I'm hoping to use my bike, if not tomorrow, then certainly this week anyway, depending on weather. So yeah, a bit of a break and then I'll get back to work. Helmet, got a lock, so sorted for tomorrow, as long as the weather's alright. The rest of my day consisted of sending emails, trying to find work and reaching out to potential clients, posting and engaging on social media, cooking my dinner, or tea as us northerners call it. Alright, that's the day done. I just hope that shows how such little differences that I've made in my life, how they're making such a big difference. Putting all the things that I need to do, putting them into categories, and then scheduling 90 minutes on each category at a time. It's allowing me to actually get more done. I'm not stressing out about everything that I need to do because I know I only need to make progress in that category, and an hour and a half at a time isn't daunting, rather than thinking of like the whole sort of thing that needs done. Switching my laptop off early on a night and then going to bed early, then getting up early, just little things, but they're really making a big difference to my productivity. Whereas before I was beating myself up because I wasn't being as productive as I could be. I was beating myself up because I kept putting off things that I knew I should be doing. So yeah, I really am working a lot better now. Having said all of that, when I loaded up my editing software earlier to finish off my video for YouTube, for some reason my project had just completely disappeared. Now I know, I mean, you saw me working on the video and I have autosave on, so it automatically saves, and there's backups and things. So despite all of that, for some reason the project file just completely disappeared off my computer, and there were still backup files there, but because the project file had somehow vanished, it wouldn't load at all. Now there was a folder with the project title, but that folder for some reason was empty. Now that has never ever happened before. I don't know how that happened, but that was very, very frustrating. So I had to start from scratch, which I have managed to do. I've managed to edit that video from scratch again, and I've got that finished, and it's still, you know, I've done okay. It's still just gone 10 o'clock, so later than what I would have wanted, but considering what happened, it's still pretty good going. It did mean I wasn't able to work on my website today. I was hoping to work on a blog post, but because of that happening, I wasn't able to do that. But it's still been a good productive day. And the other thing I want to say as well is that I hope this video shows the reality of most of my days, because it's fun to show me out on adventures and traveling somewhere or out taking photos. It's fun to show all that, and I'm sure those videos are the most enjoyable to watch and the most inspiring and the most interesting. But the reality of it is that most of my days are like today, working away on my laptop, doing various things that I need to do to put out all the content that I put out every day, to try and actually make a career from photography, which is obviously incredibly difficult. So it's a lot of hard work, and I don't always show a lot of that hard work because it's hard to make an interesting video out of, you know, me sat at my computer. So I hope it does show the kind of reality of my day-to-day. It's not all, as much as I would like it to be, it's not all out and about enjoying myself. But that being said, because today has been productive, I should be able to get out to the Lake District tomorrow. I've not been to the Lake District in so long, and because I have been working very hard, I am itching to get back out to the Lake District, so hopefully I can do that tomorrow. So sorry for rambling away, but I guess I better go to bed. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. It's very, very cloudy, so you can't see very much. There's no light. I mean, at the moment, it's not even worth getting my camera out. You know what? I am going to get my camera out. I always say I pride myself on being able to get a good photograph in any situation, no matter what the weather. So let's put that to the test. Take over.